Well, welcome again. Thank you for watching. We're going to be doing a flight from Nogales to Guaymas, still in Mexico. Going to General Jose Mayanes International Airport. I think it's about a 45-minute flight. The second time me starting it, so if you started watching the first, I pressed some buttons and it went all wonky. So we're going to start this over so we do it right. Thank you for watching. And here we go. Okay. It's had a lot of it set up before you came on. Pretty sure you didn't want to see me just doing all the boring stuff. If you did, sorry, that's not what I'm about. Show the meat and the potatoes, let's go see the world. Ground stuff, not that important. To me. Okay. I think we're good. That's for pushback. There we go.
Traffic, November 49er Whiskey, requesting pushback.
November 49er Whiskey, pushback request accepted.
I really do love the Vision Jet. And it's mainly because of this avionics. For me as a hapless amateur, it makes it easy for me. Oh, what are you doing? Well, it is what it is. Anyways.
Traffic, November 49er Whiskey, requesting the end of pushback.
November 49er Whiskey, request to end pushback received.
Oh, yeah. Outside of that, I do love the citation longitude. That is a fun plane to fly around. But I've kind of dabbled in the tube liners, but the FMS confuses the holy hell out of me. And I'm here for fun. I don't want it to feel like work. That's why I like the Garmin 3000. So here we go. I think I got everything set up as quickly as possible the second time around. I hit the wrong combination of buttons on my controller and then launched up 10,000 feet in the air, and I was like, no, I want to do the whole taxi and takeoff thing. I don't want to start. It's part of the fun of this. Turn those off. Only two directions to go. I'm going one right now, and I'm going to go the other in just a couple minutes. Well, a couple seconds. We can throttle back. Okay, and we're good to go. On to Guaymas. Oh, we're dancing. Up, rotate. Okay, you're up. Autopilot set. We're gonna make that turn.
Approach.
We're
November
up and
4
moving.
Niner Whiskey
Auto
is
throttle.
1 mile south of Mike November Golf.
Ooh.
4400. Request flight following. November 4 Niner Whiskey. Approach.
Up these flaps so we gain that speed. It's probably way too early, but I don't care.
Squawk 6
We are very low.
4 Niner Whiskey. 4 Niner Whiskey. Radar contact 1 mile southeast of Mike November Golf. 4800. Altimeter 2987.
2987.
Roger for Niner Whiskey.
We're good for right now. Yeah, we're on our way. It's part of the flight pan where you smoke them if you got them. Not if you can find them. Shit, I put my shit out of the way. Here we go. We're 1,000 feet of our cruising out to 8,000 feet. I'll reiterate, I'm trying to keep this series as low as possible. When I need to make long distance treks over water, I'm going to definitely raise that cruising altitude near the max so we get the max amount of fuel efficiency. But for what we're doing here, it is, I'm okay with what it is. So the plan is, I started in Reno, my hometown, is basically make our way south, go through South America, zigzag through Central America, and then head our way back up through the Caribbean. Probably backtrack a lot to get the meat of North America, Canada too. There's some big sections there, and then we'll make our way east to Greenland, Iceland, and then start the European thing. And then from there, we'll figure it out when we get there. But I got a lot of flight hours until we get to that. For now. Go see South America. Well, Central America first. And then when we get to the Caribbean, I may do short little island hopping. Maybe even get to a smaller plane because some of those runways are awfully short. I'm not sure the Vision Jet can get in there, but we will look at those runway lengths and plan accordingly. I will say the Vision Jet has pretty good brakes, so if you can get close to a stall, And then, at least in the sim, you can, when you land, you can slow it down pretty quick. Absolutely amazing. Alright, well, I was wrong. 45 minutes for the top of descent. That's okay. VOR. I'll be honest. I don't know nothing about VOR approaches, and that's why I'm getting off of it. There's a lot I've learned about aviation, and VOR is not there yet. So I like to keep at least a nav approach or an ILS, because I just don't understand VOR, and that's just ignorance on my part. I just haven't taken the time to learn and understand it. Some turbulence up here. Mexico is a beautiful country. That's all I gotta say about this. All along to our top of descent. Ah, shit. We got 40 minutes. Enjoy Mexico. Bad thing about the limitation, I got a Xbox Series S, so unfortunately the draw distance isn't great. Sorry. If you don't like it, there's probably other streams you can watch, but I'm still having a good time, even though the trees are wonky. It's a really big time when it's heavily forested areas where there's a problem, or cities. Desert, going through the American Southwest and northern Mexico, you don't notice, but here, like, I'm sure there's trees up on those mountains, but not rendering that far. Like I said, I'm here for a good time. If you want to come and enjoy it with me, then great. The sun's going down. Oh, that's beautiful. Gorgeous. Looks like we're about 35 minutes to the top of descent. We got some time to enjoy the scenery. I did a world tour between the DA60 or the twin engine Diamond and the Vision Jet. And totally, I did about 500 something flights, starting in San Francisco and ended up back in San Francisco. All those 500 flights, I ended up missing, excuse me, the entirety of South America. So on this go through, we're on flight 5, I'm going from my hometown Reno and heading south. And I'm going to go through Central America, doing a zigzag pattern, and then South America back up through the Caribbean, back in the U.S., get the U.S. and Canada as a whole, and then, and only then, start figuring out jumping the pond, probably over England, or UK, Greenland, Iceland, etc. I've watched a lot of streams. I don't know what it makes a successful stream, and I don't know if you guys really want to hear me talking or whatever. So, but I'm going to talk for now, at least. I usually keep my quiet. Yeah. Just looking for a good time. See some stuff. If you guys want to see it with me, great. If you don't, okay. I'm going to put it out there in the interwebs, and you can watch it if you want to. I don't claim to be precise in the procedures of the Vision Jet or aviation in general. I've worked out what bare minimum to do what I needed to do and get to where I needed to go. Because mainly my whole thing is with 2020, 2024, both these sims having the whole world rendered, I want to see it all. No way in my life am I going to have enough money to see it all. I'll get to see the Earth is, I will never see it. I've seen streams where they're talking, but at the same time, they had people on their stream, and I don't, so I'm not sure if I need to start talking here with no one here, or wait till someone's here, but then again, people come in, people go, and that's okay. Won't you be my neighbor? I don't need you here for a long time, just for a good time.
If I make mac and cheese, do you want some?
Yeah.
vertical track.
$5,000 feet. I thought we were going to run out of daylight. I jumped out of here to eat dinner real quick. Let's keep an eye on it. But I think we're going to land with enough time. This runway, from what I checked, I got panicked. And went on and confirmed this airport doesn't have lights. So, fun. Buddy's like, texted my friend group, tell them the situation. They're like, well, how many's watching? Nobody. That's okay. But I'm having these saved, so if anyone's watching my trip at a later date, well, we'll see it. But I think we'll be fine. There's plenty of light out. I can see this bird now. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Let's deploy landing gear. That'll slow us down. 1 notch of flaps. And away we go. This approach mode is on. You've not acquired the glide path, but that's okay. Oh, we got the glide path. We're good. Let's shut off. Oh, we got this. This is not going to be a problem. Oh, we got it. Final. I think we're going to make it. Okay, 100 knots, 300, 280. Autopilot off my airplane. Coming up on the threshold. And kill power flare. Ooh. Ground effect. Gonna float, gonna float, gonna float. Beautiful miss.
Whiskey, taxi to parking.
November 49er Whiskey, taxi to General Aviation parking via Taxiway Alpha.
Taxiing to General Aviation parking via Taxiway Alpha for 9er Whiskey.